I'm so excited for you guys to get to know me a little bit more and get to learn some more things about some of my favorite people in my life, industry insiders, because there is always more to the story. I'm Rocsi Diaz, and welcome to More to the Story. How difficult was it for you with two young boys to go through such a public divorce?
You know, it's funny because a lot of people that care about me and us, you know, would say to me all the time, I'm talking about family, friends, even colleagues at work, and they would say, you know, I know divorce can be embarrassing. And I never felt that emotion. I didn't at all.
Yeah, because he's the one that needed to be embarrassed. If anything, sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Don't add sorry, not sorry.
But you know, thank you. But I really feel like, you know, my parents were married for 20 years, now divorced for 30 years. But yet my grandparents were married for 75 years. And so I've seen both in my family, and I never felt like divorce was embarrassing. I understand why a lot of people do feel that way. But for me, I'm more embarrassed to be in a relationship that has expired, right? And is no longer the season for it. And so for me, I think it got good when I got honest. Mm-hmm. And I think we both got honest with each other and ourselves about, you know, divorce doesn't mean you hate each other, right? Divorce doesn't mean it was bad. It just means that it's no longer. And so for me, that got me into a place that I felt more like, okay, right? But it was a journey, right? I definitely had like extreme lows, therapy, the whole thing. But I can say now I'm at a space where I'm like, you know what? Everything's for a reason. And, you know, that reason is because I have two beautiful sons, you know, that were born out of this marriage. But the hard part is, how do you tell your kids? Mm-hmm. That was hard. And I think for both of us, we didn't know how to do it. And we avoided it for a long time. And so, you know, I think they both, and not just both of our boys together, but our entire family of children, right? Deserved probably more of like a real conversation, but we didn't know yet, right, what was gonna happen. And I don't think that we had the skills at the time or tools to share it with them because we didn't know, so we didn't know how to say it. I think now though, everyone feels like they're in a good place of acceptance. But it doesn't mean it wasn't hard. But I think it's how you operate by putting the kids first, how you operate by still like bringing joy into the home, even if it means it looks different without both parents being there. I think we found a good rhythm, but it took a while though, for sure.
How do you feel about double standards when it comes to men and women? When
like,
you say socially, doesn't like a woman dating multiple men at one time.
Men do that all the time.
Yes, but that's what I mean. Like, there's always a
But
double
I
standard.
say dating, not sleeping with all of them.
Yeah,
there is a difference.
Yeah,
so,
I would. That's not what I'm saying for a woman.
Yeah. But
even,
what I'm saying is, look, if you go on dates, let's say you take 3-month period, right, and you just focus on one person, within 3 months period, you can see some parts of that person, but you don't know how they deal with anger, how they deal with stress, how they deal with, and that's also a great for men. Like, they need to choose the best option for themselves, correct? We want to be aligned on what we want in the marriage, in the parenting, whatever we do. As women, we attach way too fast to one person and we make it work because we spend so much time on this person, so it has to work. And then we start compromising.
Definitely.
And then we end up in a relationship. Oh, 2 years later, okay, there's no ring. We are sleeping now because it's 2 years, so hey, it needs to happen. And then who is disadvantaged? Right? It's not, what I teach is not against men. I'm pro men, I'm pro, there is no gender war in my coaching. That's why men like to work with me as well. What I want to see is like, are you aligned? Are you on the same page?
So at what point would you say, for the women that are watching that may have been in the relationship for a year, 2 years, and they're still like, where's the ring? Or
2 years, I would not be in a relationship for, again,
so how long would you give a relationship?
Personally, I would not, if you are 40, I would not do girlfriend and boyfriend right now. You do only, I am dating until I'm engaged.
Yeah, I don't know if I could even do that. That would be
crazy
to
but
me.
Why? You see, but this is what I mean. It's like, if you want to get married and you want to have kids, what is the time? Time is most valuable for you right now.
I will say this. I now date very intentionally.
Okay.
I don't date to just be dating and
Yeah.
have a good time. If I am out with somebody, I know my wants.
Correct.
I'm very vocal about
Mhm.
my wants also, and where I see myself going, and how I would like
Yeah.
a partner to be entering into my life and me entering into
Mhm.
theirs, because it's a two-way
Yeah.
street. Yeah. So I don't know if you
Mhm.
if that's the same as just dating intentionally.
So for me, the question would be, are you clear on when do you know this person is a marriage, like material, right? Like when the men look at you, they know, they have a moment when they know this is the woman I want to propose to. So what would have to be present for you in the experience with a man to say,
I would have to say my experiences would have to be now being able to trust that person when I'm not around, and feeling at peace at all times. And a lot of men always say that too. They're always like, I just want peace. I want to protect my peace. I just want her
correct,
to disrupt my peace. Like that's
correct,
the number one thing they want in a relationship.
and you know
peace.
what? And that's true. So if you know how to bring peace to house, to the home, guess what? You are winning. But that doesn't mean you don't express yourself.
Right.
There is a difference between drama and just sharing how you feel. I can say, you don't care for me, you don't spend time with me, you never pay attention to me. Or I can say, you know, honey, every time we go on dates and you take me somewhere and I don't know where you are taking me, I feel so like I'm so excited. I'm just giggling inside. I just look forward to our time together. Guess what? I don't have to tell him to do that. He's going to do it now. And if he doesn't, it means he's not in his masculine energy. So there is a difference how you bring things to your partner. And if men say, I want peace, believe them. They don't like drama.
Yeah.
Because they are on the mission, especially men who has a vision and a mission. Drama is a distraction. Correct?
Yeah.
It's taking away energy. So why would I do drama? So peace is very important. And you said something that I would like to trust him when I'm not around.
Yes.
Okay, but that part, yes, it comes from his repetitive action, but it also comes from you healing that part of you that still doesn't trust men.
What was the relationship that really, really made you grow up?
Fetty. Yeah, I was with him for 4 years.
What's the relationship with Fetty right now?
I
know he's but do you guys still have communication?
We're friends.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, we're friends. I'll always be his friend because he changed my life, and I will never forget that. Despite anything he's ever done, people grow, but I won't never forget the good somebody's done in my life, because I probably still would be, I wouldn't say I would be there still, but I used to dance and stuff, so he took me out of that lifestyle. And I was able to create who Alexis Sky was, and I had, he had his platform. He opened that door for me to be on that platform with him because nobody knew who I was before that. You know what I mean? So I took it and I capitalized off of who I was, and I kept going and kept going and kept building my brand. So I'll never forget what he did for me.
What is y'all relationship? What are even the conversations like now? Now that
he's in my daughter's life. Like, of course, everybody knows he's not her biological father, but he is present. He's there all the time.
That must have been one of the hardest things you've had to face.
With him?
Not with him, in general. That's like literally a Maury show topic. Like you literally were a Maury show.
Like I never spoke on it for real because it's not nobody. I feel like it wasn't for me to explain. I feel like I'm not the only woman that's ever went through that.
No.
And I feel like at the time I was very young and I was with Fetty for 4 years. So I feel like I decided to step out the one time. And it's like I never really told people, like, I never was in a relationship with my child's father. We had a one-night stand and we used protection. I don't know how this happened. So imagine that happening and then you went back. I went back to the person I love, not knowing I was pregnant. I didn't know I was pregnant until 2 months. So imagine being with somebody back in 2 months. I'm not thinking about the person I stayed with for one night. And I was very honest with Fetty at the time, like, did you sleep with somebody? And I told him. So that's why he's still present, because he knew like what he did to like lead me there. So I'm not saying I blame him because my daughter is a blessing, but it's like he knew I wanted a kid with him and he was having babies on me back to back to back to back to back. So, but maybe God didn't really want that for me at that time, you know?
When were you most disappointed in me?
Most disappointed in you? New York.
New York.
Dating.
Yeah.
Men.
That person.
That person.
Yeah.
And you gave up a lot of weekends of making money and having your name out there because you'd rather be somewhere else. And that pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because I seen the potential, but I also seen the sadness in your eyes of what you had to deal with that person. And you just was not respecting yourself and your grind to do what you needed to do.
Yeah.
So that was definitely, that's why I left you.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Because of that?
That was one of the main reasons.
But I wasn't with that person no more when you left.
You were, yeah, you were. You guys had just broke up.
Right. You left me when we broke up.
Yeah, because I knew you were going to get back with this person.
I never did, though.
Well, I'm glad you did it, but I didn't want to stay and witness it. I was just like, I can't be so supportive of somebody and I'm putting all this energy into you, constantly telling you how dope you are because I'm on the outside looking in and you keep going left, shitting on your own self and saying this guy is more important than who I am in my career that I worked so hard for. So for me, it was more of, I seen you get to this and sit on this red couch and you're letting this person take all the work and hustle that you've done and put you as a housewife basically and not care about your life. But that's still you because you let that person do that to you. So I couldn't do it after talking to you over and over again about it. And it was just kind of just falling on deaf ears after that because it's probably like, she said it 1,000 times to me, whatever, you know. So I was like, okay, well, she doesn't respect me and she doesn't respect how I see her career. So I'm not doing my job right as a manager. I need to exit to the left and go work with someone who actually needs my expertise in helping them with their career.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can't tell people who to love and you can't tell people what to do in their personal life.
No.
So that's like, so there's a fine line between being a manager and how do you even come in between your client's personal life?
And that's when, as a manager, you could say, I don't want to deal with this anymore and I choose to work somewhere else. Let this person deal with what she needs to deal with because that's what you chose to deal with and let me go this way. Did it hurt? Absolutely. I would always want to be there to coddle you and hold you and everything like that. But I think that I needed to do that to you for you to wake up. And I feel like that woke you up a lot because I seen how you started going and how you started grinding more and things like that. So I feel like if we would have stayed comfortable, not to say that you wouldn't be where you're at or where I'm at today, but I think that we both would have just been stuck in a situation still slowly grinding. We both needed that year apart because I grinded my ass off because I didn't want to fail. And then you grinded your ass off because you moved to LA. So it's like we needed that, but that was my main reason of doing it because I was like, I can't sit here and keep watching my best friend, someone that I look at like a sister, keep throwing her life away because of this. When I know that wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, cool. You're right. You are grown as hell. You could do what you want. You could, whatever you want to do. But me, Chantel, I'm going this way.
And then you know what happened then. Yeah, of course, that relationship failed.
Yeah, then you found
and
a weirdo.
And then I get a con artist comes into my life. And that's all your fault. You left me in the hands of a con artist.
I tried to tell you about her, but you told me I was hating because I left. So.
because you thought you was my only friend.
I still am your only real friend.
No, I have another friend. Christian's right there.
Christian, no disrespect. I am your only real best friend here, okay? Christian got a whole life over here. Like, I'm kidding.
That's messed up.
You can have a few because I'm busy, so somebody got to entertain you. So
That's messed up.